Welcome, everyone, to the Miners Haven Halloween event 2021. I did it! I made a video. I made two videos in 1 month. Alright, guys. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. Okay, everyone. We are here with the Miners Haven event. Now, as it was expected from last year's statement, this year is primarily the same as last year. So since this year is mostly the same, the items from this year were also mostly the same. Also, my character looks incredible right now with this light. I'm glowing red. Okay, so yeah, like I was saying, with this event being mostly the same, the items also are. So, if you actually want to see a review for the said items in this update, I've already done it a year ago. However, I never just straight up actually did the event. So, I guess I'll show a little bit of this off, since I have nothing really new to talk about. However, I do, if I were to go into the candy shop, I need to... Oh, no, this isn't it. Presents. I need to get that. And I'm about halfway there. So, I mean, I'm not going to get that in this video. But I guess we'll see what I have to do right now. War. Poltergeists frequently rise from their graves, awaiting to be guided into the afterlife. Oh, yeah, it's this one. I have to free helpless. There we go. Alright, bro. Come on. You can go. You can go. Wow, I can get something immediately for that. So basically, let me find as many of these ghosts as I can, and then I will... I mean, the events are painfully... Like, the actual objectives are painfully easy, so it's not like I have to really go over much. Okay, so I'll just start here. The first part of this event, Plague, pretty straightforward. It's a little bit different from last year. Damn. It's a little bit different from last year, though. Because the zombies are actually up, you know, in the overworld, doing their thing, instead of underground where they were. So, simple enough. Their hitboxes are strange, though. You have to, like, it sometimes works, and then sometimes it doesn't. Like, there we go. Okay. Now, of course, I can't receive points from the quest, because I have already done it. Plague is where you take a certain rock candy, or not even a certain rock. You take a certain colored rock, and based on the color that it is, you go, let me get that, you go into this room here, and you talk to this buddy. You want to make sure you give him a green rock, because if you don't give him a green rock, oh, another ghost. And this is the third part. We're currently on war. What you do is you search for ghosts, basically. Any grave that you can find, go to it, and see if there's any ghost buddies. If there is, you simply click Z, and they're free. Okay. So, 59 million candy, huh? 59 million. What are you doing to get that much candy? Okay, these are mostly the same. Okay. Yep, and you give me the things. If I didn't have them already. Yep, you give me the gifts, and you do nothing. You're just there to be there. Okay. So it's the same as last year, with the exception there's a leaderboard with questionable, to say the least, candy amounts. Blood Red Moon. That, I didn't notice that. That's quite amazing. Oh, hello. Alright, yeah, and this jackass replaced Masked Man for now. Oh, give me one of those. Give me another one of those. Give me another one of those. Thanks. I like how you can just permanently just get pumpkin blobcats. That's neat. I mean, they look kind of cool. So, yeah, it's not like he has anything interesting, but it's just nice that he's here, you know. One of my favorite things that I used to do every Halloween event was just rebirth and go around and collect pumpkins. And The main reason I did that at the time was because it made the candy bag more powerful each time you did it. And it probably still does, actually. Let me find out. I mean, it's not like it does anything for me now, but it's just cool. 729. So if I were to collect another boy, so let me just come in here and hello. And then go back. Oh my god, it still counts them. Even years later. Another ghost. Okay. So that's the ghost quest at the moment. It's probably, to be honest, the most time-consuming one out of all of them. Because it's the one you have to wait the most for. Because these two you can directly do. I guess it's more so this one you can probably do the quickest. Because this one you have to wait for the zombies to spawn. This one you can just do straight up, like, in like 10 to 15 minutes. This one you have to wait for the ghosts to exist. So you can make them no longer exist. And then Conquest, I'm pretty sure, is just boxes that you have to collect. If I recall from last year. Which, I mean, is easy for me. Because it's basically what I do anyway while I wait for anything. Oh, now we're back to... Alright, why is the sky changing so much? Now it's a candy corn colored sky. Or sunlight. Okay, well. I'm gonna see if there's anything new in the pumpkin boxes here. Nothing that I could see there. I'll just try it a few times. Hopefully we get the Black Friday artifact thing again, so I can try and get the box opener artifact, because wasn't that a thing? Oh, hello, what are you? I don't remember that being there. I'm gonna try and get that. Surely it wouldn't take too long to get that, right? I like how a tree counts as some major accomplishment. I don't remember what that is. What are you? Oh, well, I've gotten it before, but I don't remember it. Okay. I'm just waiting for whatever that... what's it called again? Relic for it to appear? Just so I can get a better look at it. Instead, I get the ribcage cobweb. Why do we still make doges? That's a skull with half its textures missing. Now it's just called Scary Wall. Oh, I missed it. That'd probably concern most people if you were to get a certain item and then all of a sudden you just hear laughter. There's more than one? That was a different one there. I don't really know how I'm supposed to get two of them. I mean, one was like slightly reasonable, but I don't even know if I have enough pumpkin boxes to get both of those lads. I'm gonna see if there's any more ghosts to free up while I unbox these. I'm gonna be faster than the speed of light by the time I get enough pumpkin boxes to get both of those relics. Faster than the speed of light because of the gold crates, of course, just in case no one caught why I said that! Oh, man. That was slightly painful. Okay, so apparently these relics, I just looked them up. These relics are from last year. But I didn't even know they existed until now. So I completely missed them last year. So, hopefully I can get them this year. They're nothing special, by the way. It's not like I would probably use these in my setup, but it would just be nice to have them, you know. It's nice to be a collector. However, sometimes forming a complete collection of every single item in the game, item mastery, perhaps, is not easy. Thought that was a pumpkin, it was a zombie that I almost ran into instead. That's cool. Alright, there's not that many souls around right now. I guess they're not really in the mood to be freed right now. You know, this vision I have right now, this blurred vision while I open boxes. I'm not gonna lie, my real vision without my glasses is probably worse than this. And by probably, I mean definitely. Night, it's even worse. When you're like considerably like vision impaired without your glasses, night like nighttime, just like walking around a suburb for instance, you might as well be just blindfolded because you can't see much. I mean, of course you can like see streetlights, but streetlights don't really look like streetlights. They kind of just look like balls of light. Oh! The game's mocking me. It lands me next to an item that would laugh at me. Yes. I got one of them. The Solar Apocalypse. Upgrader. Looks rather interesting. Let's give it a whirl. So, 8 times. That's pretty reasonable considering. It's rather massive though. Alright, after about 40,000 attempts, I managed to get both. Drained my boxes though. I had, you know, 500 and something to start. Yeah, well, there we go. But I at least got them. So, I didn't check what the stats on this are. I'm just going to give my first impressions. And I know this isn't a new item, but it's new for me. 40 times. It's 40 times. Now let's see what its stats actually are. Okay, I checked out its wonderful property that it has. So, you take this relic, and you take this relic, and when you combine their forces together, you get still a mediocre upgrader, or furnace rather. Basically, this thing just powers the furnace if the ore has been upgraded by it, and then it gives you a slightly larger process, but it's still not great if you're above Life 1000. If you're below Life 1000, then you might actually have something here. But the amount of time that you're under Life 1000 isn't a lot of time. But it's still unique. Hello. How many candy bag pumpkin things am I up to now? Because I was at like 700 earlier. 813. So if I were to put a basic iron mine in here, what would I have? Great. Okay, and this is the speed I accumulated while hunting boxes while I was doing the pumpkin. I also did a few rebirths. This is the process that I do. So this is just nice and cozy. Just collect boxes, and then rebirth, and then open boxes. That's the ultimate miner's haven. Comeback! Speaking of which, I did read comments about my setup. Now, the only thing I have done to my setup since that video is lower my ore limit while I'm using the setup. And of course, since I didn't realize that was the problem, long and behold, it was the problem. So, it works now. It's fairly consistent. Not 100%, but it's fairly consistent. And by fairly, I mean sometimes the rebirth varies by like 5 seconds, but it's pretty consistent now. I usually have my ore limit at like 12. So, yeah, it works. So, I usually get anywhere from 12 to 14 skips. That just happened to be a bad skip. I mean, you can believe me if you don't. I mean, it's not 20 skips anyway, so it really doesn't matter. But as for the Halloween event, I'm just going to have to keep farming candy. And I think there's a more efficient way that I could do this. I'm sure there's a few items here that I could add. I'll mess with that stuff later. So, that's really all I got for the Halloween event. I mean, I've already covered all of the items. Like I said, I'll leave a link for that in the description if that is what you're looking for. That would only be if you're actually new to Miner's Haven, that you would need that. So, just in case you are, I will put it down there. And other than that, I'm going to keep, you know, getting some boxes, getting those pumpkins back up. Maybe I'll try and hit 1,000 for the candy bag. And finish the event, and then we shall be looking towards probably... I don't think Sacrifice 3 will come out till 2022. Probably early in 2022 is what I'm thinking, so... I think Christmas will come before then. But then again, it could come sooner than we expect. Who knows? But like I said, I'm in no hurry. Like, however much time it takes to make sure that update isn't buggy as shit when it comes out, I'm willing to wait. So, that being said, I think I'm good for now. So, Miners Haven Comeback 3 will be out eventually. Some other videos on games that aren't Miners Haven will also be out soon. Probably a DBZ one in the near future. And lastly, just more overall goodies that I'm going to display in the future to you guys. Thank you for watching. See you next year. Oh, there's UC boxes.